Welcome to another episode of One Stop Live. Today we're here with Victor Chen from Alpha ESS and Manbeena Sethi from Discover Energy. Welcome, guys.
Hi, Diddy and team. How are you?
Doing great.
Awesome.
Hello,
Hi,
Didi and Tim.
Manbeena.
We love to have you guys here. This new format is awesome.
Yeah, it's a delight to have you both here. It's going to be a slightly different show, isn't it? Because there's four of us talking, but that's exciting. So
Lots
let's
of
start the
information.
show. Welcome to One Stop Live, or perhaps we should call it One Stop Lockdown. Let's start with you, Victor, because the last time we met you, you were on One Stop Live. You were in lockdown in Australia, and now you're in lockdown again, but in China. I know you're visiting your new
So
baby,
I'm
so
laughing.
that's a very exciting time for you, and very exciting
Yes,
for us.
indeed. Yes, indeed. I don't know if this is a coincidence or this is a setup, but yeah. But for both time, I'm in lockdown. Now I'm in the quarantine hotel, as you can see from background, and I'm getting ready for my reunion with my family in China.
Oh, that's so sweet. We're happy for you, even though you have to
Thank
go
you.
through the lockdown, the quarantine again. And of
Yeah.
course, we're here with Manbeena from Discover Energy. Welcome, Manbeena. This is gonna be a very interesting one-stop live because it's the four of us. And Victor and Manbeena will be discussing about VPP and how Alpha ESS go together like peas and carrots. So, welcome, Manbeena.
Thank you, Diletta. Well, I like the analogy of peas and carrots here. Yes, we definitely are very well suited together.
We're doing a
So
roast.
glad to be part of One Stop Live again. I think after a year or so, I've been a part of One Stop Live today, and there is so much which has evolved in the space we all work in. So really excited to chit chat with you all today.
Now, this is obviously an interesting thing that we're talking about today, how a respected battery manufacturer like Alpha ESS and an energy retailer developing smart VPP software can come together to put together a package of integrated virtual power plant with the Alpha ESS Smile. So the first question is, what is a virtual power plant and how does that integrate with the Alpha ESS product line?
Sure. Well, first of all, the Alpha ESS products focus on the integration between the inverters and batteries. We see inverters and batteries and all relevant control systems as a whole, and that is what Alpha ESS product is about. The virtual power plant is a form of future electricity network, as I explained last time during the One Stop Live show. I'll rephrase it just for everybody's information. So, virtual power plant is the power plant that virtually exists. Everybody, everybody works as a individual storage system, and they can absorb and discharge electricity whenever the grid is in need or got some extra, right? So, but on the other hand, on the product level, the batteries itself cannot be coupled to the network directly. So you'll need an inverter to convert that DC current to AC current so that it can be coupled to the network. And the inverter plus battery combination is the a work of art from Alpha ESS. And therefore, for all Alpha ESS products, they're compatible or will be compatible with this virtual power plant in the future. Any thoughts on this, Mambina?
Sure, definitely, Victor. Thank you. Just to add on to what Victor mentioned, a virtual power plant, literally what it means is it's actually a cloud-based distributed power plant, which aggregates the capacities of distributed energy resources for the purpose of enhancing the power generation, as well as it allows the trading, which we call it as selling the power on the electricity market. So, in simple words, if we were to explain, it is a super innovative technology which actually allows consumers and VPP operators like us to sell the excess power from the battery to the grid at the time of optimal conditions, which further meets the shortage, which is the electrical demand on the grid.
Thank you, guys. So Alpha ESS and DE were both, I'm going to call it DE for sure for Discover Energy, hopefully everyone understand. So they were both established fairly recently compared to other energy companies. So how have your team developed great success and market share so far? And how have you both uniquely disrupted the market with your respective company product innovation?
Well, thank you for your compliment on being successful. I'm so
Of
flattered.
course, you
But
are.
I do, I do reckon that we still have a long way to go. Currently, we have a team of 14 people, and the key is we trust each other. So I guess that's what holds our team together and keep growing. Um, Disrupted the market. I would say I wouldn't say just disrupted. I would say being humble and listen to the market is the key. So listening to the market, a lot of people are saying this phrase, and I would say listening to the market is not about observing and researching what is popular now, but really taking, really talking to the clients and installers and what they are after. What is the pain point that we could develop our product accordingly? And this is probably the secret why we always seems to be innovating and people throwing pre-orders for products that we haven't have yet. So, yeah, that is probably the key. Yeah.
And for DE, Manbeena?
Sure. Well, in fact, thank you for the compliments, guys. Yes, we indeed are definitely moving to right direction in Discover Energy, and it really feels proud to say that. Now, considering that we're a very young organization with strong core values, mission, and visions, headed towards one common goal, and which is contributing towards this planet by being greener, smarter, and cleaner. And we're doing that bit by bit by using the smart, innovative technology, the VPP technology, which we're talking about today, and which is about disrupting the traditional electricity. This is the future trend. Now, to answer to your question about the success we've achieved so far, the key to that is, I would like to say, is getting the right team at the right time. And of course, combined with the world's leading VPP software solutions, develop our most innovative ID geeks, which allows the trading to the consumers and much more. But I'll also like to add a bit more to that, which is that more than a usual energy retail arm, we actually see ourselves more of a tech company that provides tech infrastructure and solutions to virtual power plant technology, and which has built a powerful platform with one of the Australia's first energy trading platforms. And not to forget, yes, we definitely are combined with a strong solar DNA as well, coming from One Stop. Hence, we do understand solar installers' language and their pain points. What a strong DNA combination, wouldn't you say that? Hey?
Absolutely. Now, it was announced by PV Magazine that rooftop solar is now the second largest supplier to the Australian market of electricity. How will battery storage be key to the future of becoming number one?
Yeah, so the market seems to be picking up. So Victor, can you outline briefly what solution you have for this new opportunity? And for you, Manbeena, how does VPP Energy Trading tap into the battery storage industry solution?
Sure. Mambina, do you want to go ahead first, or should I?
Sure, why not? Well, it's actually really amazing, Didi. The market is definitely moving towards energy storage now, I would say more than ever. In fact, batteries will enhance the solar demand, I would say. It actually completes the missing puzzle. As we all understand that solar generation is during the day. So, what about the nights? That is where primarily the batteries play the role to fulfill the demand of uncertain resources to be used actually at any time, anywhere. So I would say that VPP's energy trading technology, which allows charging and discharging the batteries at optimal condition on the grid, further meeting the significant electrical demand at the grid. It also actually incentivizes the consumers by not only contributing towards the environment, but also reduces the payback period of the battery system significantly. And they start earning money from their batteries sitting in their garages straight away. So therefore, VPP energy trading is actually boosting the demand for the batteries.
passive income.
Indeed.
Who doesn't like that?
Yeah, indeed. I mean, what Tim just talked about, the solar installation is growing in Australia, and energy resources are relying more and more on renewables. And for batteries, like what Mabina just talked about, it's like a steroid on solar. So batteries are introduced to be an electricity storage device, and you can save up the extra and use the remaining whenever it's necessary. And solar cannot live um, with uncertainty, right? Solar. Sorry, I want to rephrase that. Solar is uncertain renewable energy resource. People cannot live without uncertainty. That is one of the main objection when renewable is first introduced. Now, battery complete solar energy in a way so that the solar electricity can be used anytime and anywhere when it's needed. So the boost of batteries is a must trend, I would say, and it will accelerate the install of solar, I would guess.
Certainly,
Thank you.
it adds that assurance to the grid that they can hold that energy, they can release it when they need it, and so that it
Yeah,
flattens the curve.
exactly.
True.
So, Victor, let's continue. I have a question for you about the your product. So, as a leading energy storage solution provider, what advice can you give to retailers and installer who currently only install like panels, inverter, but would like to
Hmm.
expand the business to the battery storage installation, but haven't done it yet?
Mm. In one word, I would say for those who are installing solar only at the moment, you have a great potential for battery installs because solar and batteries goes hand in hand. With more solar installs, the more batteries can be sold in the near future when the business owner makes the decision and they think the time is right. And based on our experience, many of our clients are selling like big numbers of batteries now. They have a large database of existing customers, and customers already have solar. They've already understand the benefit of having solar as as the world best investment. So the idea of so the idea of having a battery is simply to be extended from the benefits of the sunshine, the solar, because your sunshine hours are extended from, let's say, 4 to 5 hours a day to 24 hours. How great does that sound, right? So I would say it only matters when the solar or company owners would like to make the leap of faith. And I would say the sooner the solar owner changes their mind, the more sales they can, achieve.
And they drive the price down, hopefully, so everyone can afford the battery.
Exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, Victor, why did you introduce the new AC coupled solution, the Smile
Uh,
B3 Plus, to the market?
yeah.
And what's
Yes.
the key difference between the Smile 5?
Sure. Sure. So, like I mentioned above, majority of the battery customers comes from existing solar customers, and I will say the major objection, because I came from a retailing background, the major objection will be the pricing. And this is what I also learned from my installers. This new B3 Plus is a simple device. They like probably the simplest device that you can possibly find in Australian market. It requires no experience in battery cells, like right. You will definitely need a battery install accreditation, but to sell the batteries, you don't need any experience. And simply just for the solar installers and solar companies, all they need to do is to present this to the client, and the product will speak for itself. It will be sell in no time. And the main difference between the two, between the B3 Plus and the Smart 5, is that B3 Plus is a retrofit only product. So if you want a new build or put some panels on the system, the Smart 5 will definitely be the go, right? On the other hand, B3 Plus got a minimum capacity of 5 kilowatt hours, while the Smart 5 comes with 10 or 13. So, Smart 5 fits a more, how to say, a more complex situation, while the B3 Plus is just a no-brainer. You can add it on to anyone, right? And then you can expand it in the future. Yeah, that's right.
Small
So
family
it
or
certainly opens up our installers business opportunities by the sounds of it. That it's a one battery that does it all kind of solution.
That's right. Yeah.
Right.
If you see if you see a solar panel on top of the roof, knock on the door. That's it. That's
if you
that's
don't
the
see the
way.
battery on the corner, knock the door.
That's it.
Manbeena, can you tell us how installers tap into the Discover Energy VPP system, especially if they're installing Alpha integrated inverters and batteries?
Sure, Tim. Very easy, actually. The installer just needs to be part of our VPP channel partnership program, where we actually train them on the overall VPP model, what are its benefits and how the technology works, how it looks like to the consumers on the user interface, and how the whole energy trading platform works. Especially with the Alpha ESS, actually, I like to say it's a great teamwork. We must all know that Alpha ESS is one of the leading energy storage products in the VPP space globally due to its technology, product innovation, and in fact, how they listen to the market demand. For example, as you just discussed with Victor about the B3, the new product coming up, that's about listening to the market and making it a very simple solution. We have also been provided access to Alpha's comparison to the other products and marketing materials, which helps our VPP experts to provide further the solar installers an insight to how the Alpha product range can be really useful for the consumers in the VPP space.
And Victor, we see a lot of state government now encouraging retailers to actually adopt product and provide training to be able to facilitate the installation of VPP compatible system. So how can installer make this distributed energy easy for the customer to understand, for the homeowners?
Right, right. Okay. So on the installer level, we're currently conducting a Alpha installer network hosted by Ricky, our professional trainer. He will host the event regularly and will be announced, fairly soon. This event is to assist installers to understand more about Alpha product, so they could pass on the information or details to the end client. In the meantime, we're also doing some videos on the product as well as on the concept of design, so the clients will understand the product more easily.
Hmm.
And Manbeena, what
Yeah.
resources does DE offer installers to help them talk to their customers about your very high feed-in tariffs and innovative software?
Okay. Well, we, as I said earlier, Tim, we provide the solar installers with all the relevant information needed. For example, the VPP presentation, the market comparisons, which makes their job easier. We provide them ongoing trainings from our VPP experts to them and their teams. Of course, equip them with the other materials like network charges and digital and print versions, along with a video on how to navigate our VPP platform, which obviously helps and empowers them to boost their energy storage sales.
Fantastic. So a lot of that is just easily available on your website.
And I,
Yes, it is definitely available on the website there as well.
And I want to make a comment about how hard Mambina works. So even if they call you up, you reply late at night because you're so passionate about your work. It's inspiring, really.
Thanks for the compliment, Didi. It comes with the teamwork. It's definitely a very exciting and innovative space to work in, and it feels proud to contribute when you wake up every morning. You feel that you're contributing towards this planet bit by bit.
Yeah, well
Yeah.
said. So the Smile 5, Victor, has been one of the most, if not the most, bestseller at One Stop Warehouse. Why? Can you
Hmm.
explain us what sets this solution apart from the rest of the battery storage solutions?
Sure. First of all, very straightforward. It is all in one, and it is
Mm.
very competitive in pricing. I would say that's a very surfaced reason for this. But as a distributor, you don't want something that you could sell easily, but you want something that your client could sell easily, don't you? So Smile 5 and all Alpha ESS products will actually open up the business opportunities for your clients, right?
Yeah.
So because it's all in one, it's easier to pitch to the end client. You don't have to explain all this engineering pieces, and then just tell them this is a battery. This does what it's supposed to do, right? And that's it.
And it looks clean and neat.
And I was
It
going to
looks
say
Exactly.
we actually install some dummy units. Of course, I never installed a real one in my life, but the dummy
Yeah.
units is so easy. So I wonder
Yeah.
if
The real model is also very, very easy and straightforward.
Mambina, is it easy to commission the Smart 5 with Discover Energy VPP, and what are the basic steps an installer will need to do to get the system up and running?
Okay. Well, actually, very, very easy, Didi. The installer, um, they just need to do their installation business as usual. No extra hardware or no extra cost involved in their installation. It's basically that VPP is a software integration which is done in the inverter, which we're talking about is Alpha Smile 5 here, which takes care of the rest. So it's very easy peasy. All the installers need to ensure is that the consumers' Alpha inverters are registered on the Alpha portal before consumers are onboarded to Discover Energy's VPP platform in order to talk to each other and ensure that the VPP smites are smart meter ready. That's about it. And as mentioned by Victor, it's a very simple install. You yourself have seen a demo unit installation. It's a very simple installation.
Exactly.
fantastic. Now, Victor, we see a shift in the market towards the 8 kilowatt and the 10 kilowatt inverter having a greater share in the STC market compared to before with the 5 kilowatt, which is
Sure.
still the most popular size. If this trend continues, would we expect the Smile 8 or the Smile 10 in the future as product roadmap?
For sure, for sure. Like I mentioned, we listen to the market. If that's what the market needs, we'll definitely introduce them. The 10 kilowatts will be introduced pretty soon. We will have the T10-HV available by the end of this year. That's a 10 kilowatt three
Okay.
phase product. Um, and like I mentioned, we're good at taking advices from our clients, and but it matters on what is the proportion. We can't manufacture something for just three people, right? We have to
Yeah.
manufacture for by 30% of the people. So yeah, so we need to do some future like more investigation and see
Mm-hmm.
what's there and what can we do. Yeah,
Yeah. It's always important to do your research before you launch a product. Otherwise,
exactly.
a bit of a waste. Mambina, if you could share the best reason you think DE VPP is the choice of our installer, and if it's okay to mention other brand that One Stop sells or not sells.
Absolutely, sure, Didi. Well, there are actually many, but let's talk about a few here, which are the most important ones. One, we are the open platform and BY battery. What that means is there's an analogy which I like to um, correlate us with. So we consider ourselves more of an Android than an Apple. What that means is we are compatible. So our VPP platform is compatible with five major inverter brands so far. So to name them, Alpha ESS, SunGrow, Goodway, SolarEdge, and Huawei. But we're not stopping here. Our aim is to actually capture 70 to 80% of the inverters and batteries compatibility so that the solar installers can choose based on their business model and the customer demographic and meet the customer needs. That's one. Two, we provide premium solar feed-in tariffs nationwide, amongst the highest on the offer. Okay. Three, energy trading, and one of our unique benefit is that when the conditions are ideal on the grid, we actually offer battery recharging at no cost to the consumers, which is fantastic. And we're receiving a lot of testimonials about that. Um, Not to forget, of course, we provide our VPP programs already in 5 different states. South Australia, New South Wales, Queensland, Victoria, and ACT. And next on our cards is Tasmania, very soon, within this year. And yes, 93% of our customers do not actually pay bills because we pay to them. And in fact, they earn credits. And how do they earn credits is basically they generate the income through this smart technology, and they can cash in these credits to their bank accounts, or they can probably, offset those credits to their gas accounts or multiple
Of
VPP
course.
sites if they have. And finally, our programs have no lock-in contracts or exit fees or any hidden fees, and benefits at least for 12 months.
Good deal.
Well, Manbeena, as a
Thank you.
consumer, if I put on my consumer hat, that sounds like a no-brainer. That if you've got a system as integrated with the Alpha ESS and makes that storage easy, and then you make trading easy and you pay my bills for me and I can take cash credits, I can't imagine how I wouldn't want to have this system in my home.
The house running itself.
Absolutely, Tim. As you said, it is an economical no-brainer product.
Victor, thank you so much for your time today. Would you like to share
Thank you.
anything else, events, webinars? Are there any last comments you'd like to say?
Can't think of any now, but I will say stay tuned for One Stop Live. I'll share something if something hits me during the before the next show.
We'll have you again. Don't worry.
No
And
worries.
Manbeena, any last comment for you before we leave?
Well, I'd like to add one. In addition to VPP, we at Discover Energy, we're actually proceeding with V2G, which is another new terminology you guys must be hearing about these days, which is vehicle to grid services. And we've actually recently partnered with a group called ACE Group, who will produce the first electric vehicles cars to be assembled in Australia. And as we speak, we are in progress with the APIs on car chargers, which further will open the doors to charge and discharge EV car batteries and smart energy management system. So please do keep watching the Space and One Stop Live and join us in this revolution.
Wow, well that's really exciting because I've actually seen the ACV vehicle and it's cute as a button and it looks like it'll take over the market. So that's very exciting.
Let's all join the green revolution.
Yeah. Thank you everyone. Thank you for listening. Thanks Victor. Thanks Manbeena. It's just been a pleasure to hear about how your products come together so well. We're just going to finish off with a video that talks a little about Discover Energy, and then we will see you all next week with another One Stop Live.
Cheers.
Right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
See you guys.
you.